Hi there, it's Lori from Lollipop Paper and Ink. Thanks so much for joining me today, and happy World Card Making Day. This is a fun day, and it's not really about us, the card makers, but it's more about the power that a card has once you send it to somebody. It could literally just change the course of that person's day. So that's what we're all about, and that's what we're celebrating today. So I have a lot planned for you today. For the next few hours, I have things scheduled to come on up, hopefully with the new Facebook, that it will not disappoint me. But let me just check, make sure that I'm where I'm supposed to be in the page, and let's see, I think it's good. Excellent. Okay, great. So we're going to start with a live. We're going to start with a 3-project tutorial, and I started out with something super simple, and I just wanted to show you how we can just add to that. I'm using the same bundle stamp set really for the first 2 cards, and then we're going to add on some dies and some fanciness to it for our last one. So let me turn you all down, and then we can talk about what's going to happen after the live when we're done with this. But I wanted to get this going. So hold on, close your eyes, look away, whatever. I'm just going to turn this down for us. Okay, let's see if that is good enough. All right. Okay, so I'm using the In the Pines stamp set and bundle, because we are going to be getting into the dies in a little bit too. So let me just make sure that you can see this all in the right area. Okay. If you are live with me, thanks, and just pop in, say hi. I think I can move this down a little bit, or up a little bit maybe. I don't know which way I have to go. Let's see. Okay, there we go. All right, I think that's good for now. So we're using the In the Pine stamp set, and that's how we're going to start out with a super simple card, like I said. And I have done a lot of well, for this one there was no cutting or anything that needed to be done, so I think that we'll just get right to it. This is the first one that we're going to be doing, and you can see how crazy simple this is to do. So let's do that. I'm just taking, I have my layers all cut. This is just a regular card base, 8.5 by 5.5, and scored at 4 1/4. Okay, this is 5 1/4 and by 4 inches. So let's see, I think we need to go down a little bit more. All right, so I'm using 1 stamp pad, 1 stamp, 2 stamps if you include the sentiment, but that's all there is to it. So let's do this, and then I'll just show you how easy it is to just build from one to the other to make a totally different design. Okay, so this is this way, and I'm just going to, this is Mossy Meadow. Give that a good press, and that's good. Let me take this off. I have my little chamois off camera, so I'm going to take this off and put on my second stamp, and I'm just going to do that right over it. And I love the variations in this ink, the way I'm in this image, the way it stamps. And you could use your Stamparatus for this. Actually, if this would be a perfect card to do for your holiday cards. And in that case, if I was doing multiples, I would definitely use my Stamparatus and just boop, 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 put them in and out, and it'd be good to go. So keep that in mind when you're doing your holiday cards. You want to make it simple for that one. All right, so I just took the Thinking of You. For this stamp set, there are only 2, but it's perfect. Thinking of You, this way you could use it all year, and Season's Greetings to make it more Christmassy or holiday-ish. Doesn't even have to be Christmas. Just because it's green and it's a tree doesn't mean it's Christmas. So let's see. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Nancy. Hi, Lisa. Boy, you guys are up early. I was afraid it was going to be too early for everyone because it's 10 o'clock here. So I'm assuming that you guys will, are a few hours behind me. Okay, and that's it. Oh, so let's do, I'm only going to do this now because I just want to give it a second to dry. But I'm just taking one of these basic rhinestones, and since I wanted just to add a tiny bit of bling here, I'm going to just color it in with my dark Mossy Meadow. And it just takes on the color of whatever it is you want it to match, which is perfect. So I'm just going to give it a second to dry while I'm adhering my pieces here. So, okay, let's get my silicone mat so that I don't have to worry about picking up the paper, because if the glue got on here, I would have to be pulling at it to lift my project. So in this case, I don't have to do that. Okay, this is the Stamp and Seal. It works really well. You don't need that much. Certainly not as much as I used to have to just, you know, run full strips of it. But I don't have to do that. Okay, we're gonna layer that on there. Layer this on. And wait till you see our third card. You're gonna get blown away. You know, I'm not really into, I don't do a lot of fancy folds, but this one was just so cool that I had to share it with you. Okay. There we go. That's on there. And let me get my little rhinestones out. And I'm just going to pop those. You know, I always use 3 of those. And I'll just pop up the sentiment a little bit. Give it a little bling. Draws your eyes right to where you want it to go. And then I'll just add one down in the corner. So we have our 3. And we're done. Look how fast that was. Okay, super simple card, done. Number 1, perfect. Okay, and this would be a perfect one, like I said, for your holidays, for your holiday cards, because it is so simple. Okay, so now what we're going to do, hi Jan, is we're going to just step it up a little bit. And for this one, I did do, I am going to use the Stamparatus because I want to do multiples. So when I am doing multiples and when I'm doing 2-step stamping, then I bring out this baby. So this is the card that we're going to be making, and it is the same stamp set. I didn't use any bundles. I didn't use the dies that go with this stamp set. I just did the 2-step stamping on the trees, a different tree that we used the first time. And then I used one of these stitched rectangles to pop those out. So let me just show you how I did it with my quick, if I was going to do multiples of this, and then especially if you were doing this for your holiday card, you would definitely want to use your Stamparatus because it's, you're doing 3 stamps. I mean, you don't have to, you could just do one of the images, but I like 3s, so that is my favorite number. Okay, so what I did here, I have some of these layers all ready to go, but I wanted to show you how I did this. So I'm using Old Olive. Yes, I'm using Old Olive for this, and I have this. This is one of the slimmer trees. I'll just use this. It's this one here, under here, and we're going to do the 2-step stamping. We'll do it on one because I did the 2-step on all 3 of these, but I think I'm going to just see what it looks like plain. I think I do like that better. Okay, so this I placed my paper to the edge here, and the only reason I did that is because I want to use this one piece of paper to get all 3 of my images on there. So That's one. And this way, if it does pull up, then I know that I know where to reset it back. All right, so I'm going to put this here for the second step, and then let me see, there you go. And then I'm going to put this on my plate that goes up here. Pick that up. In case it moved, I know it's going to stay right there. And I want this light, so I'm just going to give it a little bit of a press there. Okay, that looks great. All right, so now I don't want to have to move my stamp because it has ink on it. So what I'm going to do is just move my paper, and I'm going to move my paper to probably here. So I want to see if I can get all three on there. All you have to do is remember where you're putting it. So I'm putting it in this middle grid line right there, in case it does lift up afterwards. And actually, I don't even have to go that far. I could go here. Let's see where that takes me. That's perfect. Okay, so we just went to the next solid line, and I'm not going to use that anymore. All right, let's see how this goes. Okay, so I have three, and I know that they're spaced evenly so that I'll be able to get that stitched rectangle right around it. All right, so like I said, I'm not going to do that shading area, the second step for that one. So here now, I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to go right back to the place where I started. And this is all so that you don't have to move your clean and then move your stamp. You have all three right there. And if I wanted to, I would just do the same thing with the shading, with the second step. Okay, so that is that. That's just an easier way to do multiples, especially if you're doing the second step. Okay, so we can put this aside. What I did here was, for the card, I used the stitched rectangles, and I'll show you what size I used. I used this little guy right here. Okay, so that's all I did, and I knew that it was pretty tight to the image, so I had plenty of room to go for all three. So you don't have to watch me do that. I already have cut them out for us, so we can move on. But these I definitely am going to save for another project. It's already done for me. Okay, so let's see. I thought I had three. What did I do with it? All right, let's see. Well, all right. I know it's here somewhere. And aha, it's in here. Don't know why I did that. Okay, so now we're just all about the layering, just like we did before. So for this one, I used the Poinsettia Place DSP. That's a fabulous bundle too. And we'll just get some layering done for this. Okay, I like that the little red that it picks up, so I'm going to use this side, although these double-sided images are perfect for everything. You can always find something as a background or as a full focal image piece. Okay, so then I'm going to just lay this one up here before I put it on the base, because I want to wrap some of this cute little twine on there. So when I do this, normally I would put it right smack in the middle, but I'm going to put it up just a little bit because I want to have a little extra space for my bow there, my knot actually, my wraparound knot. So, okay, let's see, everybody's here, good. All right, so I'm just going to go up a little bit higher than what I normally would do. Maybe I could go up even more. There we go. Okay, because the trees are really the focal image anyway. All right, now let's get a little bit of ribbon around here. So I hope today you can all take a few minutes just to make a card and send it to somebody and make their day. It can be as easy as that first one, or as, not complicated, I don't want to say complicated, but as detailed as the next one that we're going to do, our third one. Okay, so this is just a knot, and I'll cut that, and then, you know, I like to do a little fringing, if that's a word, on the side there. So, all right, let's get this baby on top here. Just regular adhesive. This is the Stampin' Seal. It's not the Stampin' Seal Plus. I don't really need that. That's good for 3D projects, or maybe even if you had an embossed layer and you kind of need a little bit more for the embossed layer. Okay. All right, there we go. Now, I know you've seen me do these before, so instead of piling up these with dimensionals, because I did want them to lift up, I'm going to use these new foam adhesive sheets, and these are the end all. I mean, don't know why nobody thought of this beforehand, but you just make it whatever size you want. So I can do this, and that's for here. This one is for here, and let's do one more. And we got it for there. See how easy that was? And I really believe it saves on all those dimensionals that you need for the little projects. So let's see. I'll put that one here, and one more. And I think they're $5, but you get 4 or 5 full sheets. So, and you get a lot of use out of it because there's no waste. You would just use this little tiny piece, this corner piece, if you had to, if you wanted to. Okay. So let's see, I think since I have 2, I'm going to put these on the end, which means this will be my center one. Put this guy right there, and then we're going to just bump them up next to one here. Oh, I already took that off. And one here. And look how pretty that is. I think it picks up the DSP a little bit more with these being open. Okay, so I already did the Season's Greeting sentiment. I did this in real red to pick up the little berries and the ribbon. And all I did was, for this one, is just put some adhesive on the edge. And I cropped this out with one of those skinny rectangle dies. Stitched rectangle dies. Okay. There you go. Oops, is that crooked? Yes. All right, and you could have just put it on the center if you wanted to do that. All right, so let me just open up this little guy here a little bit, just to get a little fray going. Come on. I love that. And if you made it too long, then just give it a little trim. This is the Real Red braided trim. It's just like the other braided trim that we have, but this is in the holiday catalog, so it has adorable little color there. Okay, we are done with project number 2 already. See how quick that was. Okay, so we have 1, we have 2. Now, let me do what just might be my favorite. Let me get rid of all this. And this is the one that, oh, here it is. That's the other guy that I was missing. All right, now I have another one that I can add to my repertoire of scraps and mistakes and overcutting, which I have a whole bin of those. Okay, so this is the one that we're doing now. Same stamp set, we're going to add in the dies now, and let me show you this. Okay, ta-da! Watch this. Isn't that adorable? And it was so easy to make too. So let me just show you how we did that. But that's so cute, right? Okay, let me, I'll tell you how we start out. I did go ahead and do all the layering. I mean, not all the layering, all the trimming of the layers, because I wanted to just show you the process of how it worked. You didn't need to watch me put all of those together. Okay, so step number 1 for this, we want to have a little tab in the back, and that's what this tree is on here. I don't know if you can see that. So all we need to do is take your crease, because this card is going to open this way, and make like a little 1/2 inch cutout right here. And I would say start in the middle and then go down. You want to make sure that the tree isn't going to peek out, because you want to make sure that's a little surprise element to your card. So I'm just going to go, I think this is good, and just about 1/2 inch, and that's it. Okay, now open it up and then just put your finger through and press that down. So all you did was you just put your finger through to push this little tab out, and then you're going to crease it. And you can use your bone folder for that. Make sure that's a nice tight crease, and that is your opening of where your tree will sit. Okay, so also for this one I'm using the Snowflake Splendor Dsp, and that was from that beautiful Snowflake Splendor suite of, oh, they had so many beautiful things in that suite. So what we're still using, that had like the snowflakes, but we're still using this, our In the Pines bundle. So what I did for these 2 trees, now these are the ones that you don't stamp and crop out. These are just good on their own, and you can see this one would be perfect. It would be really pretty on a card project also. So this is this image here. So that's how I got that out. This one is if you had stamped this tree with the stamp set, that the image that we used, and then you would crop that out. So I just needed something to, you know, a background for this, because you'd be able to see too much through that. So that looks cute, just like that. So you could use your liquid glue, which I forgot. Oh, no, I'm just going to use a little dab of, which is not coming out very good here. All right, let's use a little tiny bit of, I probably would have used the thin fine tip glue point, because I don't want it to be so much. I just want a little bit. I'm just going to grab some from each side. Whoops, too much. Okay. All right, let's see if that sticks. And it's so light, you know, it's not like there's much weight there that you would need a whole lot for. Okay, so let's keep this on there, give it a chance to dry, and we'll put that right there. This guy I'm gonna just pop up right on here, on either side, and I'll show you the die that I used for this one. If you have any questions, you just let me know. Okay, so for this die here, I used this cutout. And this is another one that it cuts out the image within the cardstock. It doesn't cut out a specific image, but that is just so beautiful. All right, let's line this up. This is just going to be our top flat. Okay, and this is all on Seaside Spray. Seaside Spray? Yeah, which was one of the in colors from last year. All right, this we're going to do some stamping on, just to put that on there. Now for this one here, I'm going to put this little, and this is this die here. It makes little snow mounds, and you can make it wherever you want to put it. So I like the mound to be off to the side a little bit. So I'm just going to add a little here, and then I can just trim the rest off. And let's see. All right, I don't want the blue to show, so I'm going to go all the way down here. And then I'll just trim that. Right off the edge there. Okay, that's done. All right. So that's done. We'll do our, we'll do this at the same time that we're going to do the inside of the stamp. The inside sentiment. Okay, so for this card, and I'll have these measurements in the description, which I'll put in afterwards. But so this is going to go here, okay? And when you put this on, you want to make sure you get it to cover as much as you can of that little hinge area. And this is going to go here, okay? So what we want to do is when we open it up, we want to make sure the DSP isn't a full size, because we don't want it to go over there on top of that little flap that we cut out. So I'm going to put this on here, and this, it also makes it more interesting when you open it up, but it's not overwhelming, where you can still put your sentiment right on top there, like that. Okay. So let's do that. Let's, we have that done, we have that done. Let's do our stamping. And we're using the Seaside Spray. And this sentiment is from, here it is. This is from the Poinsettia Petals bundle, or stamp set. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to use it right onto my Seaside Spray and just center it. Give it a little press. Perfect. Okay, now while I have that out, I'm going to do the same with the Season's Greeting stamps image, and I'm going to use the same ink, and that's done. Okay, get that out of the way. All right, so now we can start to put things together. All right, so we're going to take this first, and, well, I guess we can put this one right into the middle there. Okay, and that's good, right? Nope, it's crooked. I was looking away outside. Come on. Use your grid paper. That's what I always forget to do, and then I get mad at myself. Okay. All right, so now let's put this over here. Now we want it to go right over that little hinge that we have. So if you can remember to just put your adhesive on the top and on the bottom, just leave a little space. Although it's not terrible if you leave it open a little bit, it will wear out. The glue will wear off, and it's not going to affect the rest of the card. Okay, so I'm just going to place this as close to the edge as I can and press down. Okay, now we have our focal image for the top, and I'm going to give this some good glue adhesive on all four sides, because it's going over one layer, so this layer is a little higher, but it won't matter. Okay, and then we can put this on here. You can make it as, let me just give it a little trim. We can make it as long or as short as you want. And then I did pop that up with some dimensionals also, so let's just give it a little bit of a trim. And I think I'll give it a little more so it goes off the blue. Okay. That little trimmer baby comes in very handy when you're in the middle of a project and you want to get things done. All right, I don't need a little one. I can use a big one for this. And it is going to be a little off balance, but you really won't notice it because your eye is going to go onto the tree, the focal image. Okay, so that is right there. Okay, very good. We'll put a little bow on that in just a second. So now let's go back to our tree here, and all we have to do here is take a baby dimensional, and we're going to put it on here, right onto the top, the top of our flap here. Where'd you go? And you're going to put it as close to the edge of that flap as you can. Get rid of fuzzies. Okay, and then take that off. You could always just give that another crease if you want to. And then your tree, it doesn't need much, so I'm just going to get that edge branch there, right to the edge there, and that will hold it. And then just give it a press, and there you go. Oh, let's give it some bling. And I'm using the Elegant Faceted dots, and I love these because they have the clear and they have like a frosted. So I think last time I did both, but since I only have the small ones left of the frosted, I think I'll just put those on, just to give it a little pop. Okay, there you go. That's pretty, right? Do you like it? Shared it twice. Thanks, Carol. Okay, so last thing is to just put a little ribbon on there and show off that shimmery snowflake images in the DSP. And this ribbon is great. It's easy to work with, except when your fingers are freezing like mine are right now. But I want it as small as I can, and then I just keep playing with it, or zhuzhing it as I call it. And there you go. So cute. I can't take it. I don't do them often, but when I do them, I'm so proud of myself. All right, a glue dot will do that fine. Put that baby right on there. And come on. Gotta press it. Okay, and then this will go just a little bit to the side. Did I not get it again? Lordy, what is the problem here? Okay, there we go. Oh, forgot one thing. Let me put one of the bigger ones up on top here, and that one I can use a clear one. And you know what I love about these gems is that it literally takes on the color of whatever it is that you put them over. I guess because of the facetedness of it, it just picks it up and picks up the light. So there you go. So proud. Okay, so this is how we started. We started with one simple, one stamp, one sentiment, one color, and we were good. And this is a really perfect card to be able to send to people. And this one, we just jazzed it up a little bit by cropping out some of the images and popping them up, and then putting on an extra layer of the DSP in there. That's it. So that's number 1, number 2, and ta-da, number 3. And this one, we really jazzed it up by doing some die cutting, some cropping, we used a little bit of sentiment from another set. We used the DSP to make it the whole thing pop. So I hope you like it. I hope it just gives you a little bit of inspiration to take something super simple and you can just build on it and just take it for however long you want. So let me put you back up here. Hold on a sec. And how'd that work? Okay. All right. Good. We're not backwards or upside down or anything. Okay, so thanks so much for joining me for this today. I was so looking forward to it. So let me tell you a little bit. I don't know what time it is. Oh, we have time. A little bit of what I have planned for the next couple of hours for our special World Card Making Day event. I have a mystery stamping game. Challenge actually. So if you play along, and if you've never done it before, let me explain. It's I will give out clues, and the clues are just step by step of how to put this card together. So everyone gets the same. So my first clue will have a list of all of the ingredients. So the ingredients are the measurements of the cards, of the layers, die cuts, whatever. You'll see. It's really simple. But you get to choose your own DSP, your own colors, your own ink pad, your ink colors, your cardstock, embellishments. So the whole idea of this, and I do this with my team, and they really like it, is to we're all dealing with the same ingredients to make a card, but you will be amazed how many different designs come up out of it. So with all using the same exact thing, but it's just everybody's interpretation of it. So that's fun. So every 10 minutes or so, I'll post another clue to put it all together. When you're done and you have the whole card together, click a picture, pop it in on the page. Since this is my page, I think you have to pop it into the comment section. And then I'm going to, you have until like Monday afternoon, Monday evening. And then I have a prize patrol. And the prize patrol is a mystery box. So I have a box of like retired product, current product, but it's a big box and it's about $25 worth of products. So I hope you'll play. Just take it as far as you want, but it's not like set in stone. You make it whatever you want. But you'll see how, in the end, you'll see how fun it is and how amazed you'll be to see so many different designs coming out of one actual package of ingredients. If the mystery stamping is not for you and you don't want to do step by step, that's totally fine. I have another challenge that'll be posted, and it's just a sketch challenge. And that is, I put a sketch out there, and I like to work out of sketches. Sometimes if I'm like in a little bit of a doldrum and I can't like put it together, I'll just pull out a sketch, and then everything starts to click. So try that. Maybe you want to do that. That's just you keep that as a template, but you change anything you want with it. And if it says a square, you want to put a circle, you put a circle, or an oval, or whatever you want. But that also post that as a sketch challenge, and then I'll know that, and then I'll pull a name for that too, and I have a little prize patrol for that. Okay, I think that's it. We have some project showcases from some of my teammates that are very, very creative, and I hope you can pop over and show them some love, because they really work hard, and it's beautiful stuff that they're pushing out. I think that's it. Oh, I have 2 videos on there, 2 video tutorials. One is a watercoloring technique for just a little background with watercolor. It's super simple. And the other one was a shaker card, and it was like a fall shaker card. So I don't have sequins in there. We have cut out leaves and acorns and stuff like that. So that was from the Beautiful Autumn bundle, I believe that's called. So anyway, plenty to choose from, plenty to take away, pop in later. I'll be in and out today, so if you have any questions, just let me know, pop them in there, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So I hope that you enjoyed this little bit of time that we had together. I do appreciate you stopping in, and if you have any questions, like I said, just post them below. This will be like on a replay, so you can come back and check out these projects that we did today. All right, so if you have a minute, make a card, send it, and change somebody's day today. I hope this is the day that you can do it. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.